So we are going to do today the back exercise of devotional paths to the divine. Number 1, match the following. The Buddha. The Buddha questioned social differences. Then Shankara Deva, Namghar. Nizamuddin Aulia, Sufi saint. Nayanars, worshippers of Shiva, and Alvars were the worshippers of Vishnu. Question 2, fill in the blanks. Shankara was an advocate of Advaita. Okay. Then Ramanuja was influenced by the Alvars. Then C. Dash, dash and dash were advocates of Virashaivism. So the answer will be Basavana, Alama Prabhu and Akka Mahadevi were the advocates of Virashaivism. Then C. D. Dash was an important center of the Bhakti tradition in Maharashtra, Pandharpur. Okay. Now third question. Describe the beliefs and practices of the Nathpanthis, Siddhas and Yogis. So the beliefs and practices of the Nathpanthis, Siddhas and Yogis are criticism of ritual and other aspects of conventional religion, renunciation of the world, path of salvation and meditation on the formless, ultimate reality and realization of oneness, intense training of mind and body through practices like yoga, asanas, breathing exercises and meditation. Number 4. What were the major ideas expressed by Kabir? How did he express these? Now first let us know who was Kabir. So Kabir, who probably lived in the 15th to 16th centuries, was one of the most influential saints whose teachings were based on a complete, indeed vehement rejection of the major religious traditions. So major ideas expressed by Kabir and his way of expressing them are rejection of orthodox religion and religious traditions, criticism of all external worship of Brahmanical Hinduism and Islam, no caste system. He used to believe in formless God. Bhakti and devotion is the only path to salvation. He expressed his ideas through couplets. Number 5. What were the major beliefs and practices of the Sufis? The Sufis were Muslim mystics. Okay. So the major beliefs and practices of the Sufis were Muslim mystics. They rejected outward religiosity and gave emphasis on love and devotion to God. They inspired people to be compassionate towards all fellow human beings. Then, second one, they rejected idol worship. They rejected idol worship means they rejected worship of a murti, okay? And considerably simplified rituals of worship into collective prayers. They believed that the heart can be trained to look at the world in a different way. They developed elaborate methods of training using zikr. Zikr is chanting of a name or sacred formula. Then contemplation, sama, singing, raqs, dancing, discussion of parables, breath control, etc. under the guidance of a master or a peer. It led to the emergence of the silsilas, each following a slightly different method of instruction and ritual practice. Question number 6. Why do you think many teachers rejected prevalent religious beliefs and practices? So the answer will be yes. Many teachers rejected prevalent religious beliefs and practices because such beliefs advocated social differences, where the lower castes were oppressed by the upper caste. They believed in the power of personal devotion and felt attracted by the idea of a supreme God and believed that the only path to salvation was through bhakti or devotion. Question 7. What were the major teachings of Baba Guru Nanak? The major teachings of Baba Guru Nanak are worship of one God, irrelevance of caste, creed and gender for attaining liberation. Third, the pursuit of active life with a strong sense of social commitment. Then Nam Japna, Kirat Karna and one Chakna, the basis of right belief, worship, honest living and helping others. Next is the idea of equality. Everyone was equal. Here we come to the end of this exercise.